I got a special guest here, Syracuse commit, and that running back from Michigan City High School, Jaden Hart. How you doing?
Great, man. Great.
So, Jaden, how did you start in the game of football?
Um, it started with my dad just loving football and being he was a player back then, and we were just sitting back watching his film, and then I really just picked it up from his love from football, and I started playing. So,
Absolutely. So, when was the first kind of moments that you were like, I can go Division One?
um, I went to Chicago and I started playing Boom 7-on-7, and we started playing against some national talent, and I just sized up against them great, and I realized that like the people that I'm playing against right now are getting Division One offers, but I'm doing the same thing they're doing. So that was when I realized like this is it. I can be what they are.
Absolutely. So, what kind of style do you kind of go through? Are you more of like a broomstick or kind of like that speed factor?
I think I'm about both, broomstick and speed. I'm about 205 pounds right now, and I got some great speed, the 4.5 40 speed. So I can do both. I can get in space and work, and then I can, you know, bruise too. So yeah.
Absolutely. So, let's talk about your recruitment process here. So, what led you to Syracuse?
Um, the coaches, great coaches, and just the great place. It's just a great place to be at. I went on my official visit, and it was just home. It just felt like home, and that was the thing that I wanted to take into consideration. Just feeling like home somewhere where I was going to choose to play.
Absolutely. And it doesn't hurt that their legacy with running backs, with Jim Brown, Ernie Davis, Lloyd. So, did that take a little bit in the back of your mind knowing that one of the GOATs in running backs and Jim Brown went to the same university as you're going to go to?
Yes, that's why I really felt like home, just knowing that I could leave that same legacy on that program, and that they really embrace running backs at that program, and just great to know that.
Absolutely. So, what's it like kind of even being in the Carrier Dome?
Um, I don't know. The air is just different. The air is a lot different. This is gonna be my first time going to a game against Clemson. They're playing Clemson, so we'll see what it's like when they're packing the stadium and it's loud. But when you're just in there and it's silent, it's just different type of air. It's just a different feeling.
Absolutely. And with college kind of realignment and stuff like that, um, playing schools like Notre Dame, Florida State, what are some places that you're kind of focused and kind of on away games because there's very historic places that you're going to be playing at?
That was actually a great factor why I picked Cuse, because they have a great schedule, and they play some great teams. Braden Fisk is at Florida State. I'll be playing those guys. Notre Dame, they're close to home, and every Indiana person that's 30 minutes from Notre Dame liked them at some point. So just being able to play against those guys and their historic background is just great, and it'll be great for me to get film against great guys like that.
Absolutely. So, playing at Michigan City, one of the highest A's that you can go to, playing in Duneland, playing against state champions last night. So, what are some things playing in the Duneland Conference that's going to prepare you for Syracuse next year?
Let's just say my comparison to Dueling Conference is like the Big Ten Conference, which is a very inside run type of conference. A lot of just bigger guys, bigger people up front. The ACC is that, but it's also a pass game too. So it'll really help me in the run game, and then the pass game I have the hands to do so. So it's really just transfer over great.
Absolutely. So, what's your goals at Syracuse and then the rest of the year here at Michigan City?
My goals at Syracuse, I can't really say that yet because I haven't been there yet. In college football, it could be a different change, but as of right now, I'm just focusing on Michigan City sports and trying to get to the state championship and morale my team to do so.
Absolutely. So, having a teammate like Cameron Bell, so what's that like having like a Devin Hester kind of threat that you can have, and also knowing that he's your buddy and kind of all that stuff?
Having Cam as a teammate, it's been great. You know, we've been playing with each other for like since 6 years old. So just seeing his development and just seeing him on the field, it just is great. He really compliments me when he's catching downfield. It really opens up the run game, and then when I'm running, it really opens up the pass game for him to get his stats. So he's just a great help. He's a great help.
Absolutely. So, what are some superstitions that you have going on that football field?
You said superstitions.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
So, like good luck charms or like kind of like that.
Superstitions. I really don't like I got some friends that it's a little hard to talk about, but I got some friends that died on the way up, and I just really pray to them and before the game, and I just think about them at all times and feel like that's my good luck charm to performing great on the field.
Hey, I mean, that's a good kind of thing to do with your cleats, with wristbands or taping and stuff like that, or even putting it on your gloves.
Yeah, I write down everything on my tape before the game, my wrist tape and everything. So yeah.
So, what's your kind of favorite drills before a game?
My favorite drills, probably just some catching drills and ladder drills and stuff. But you know, the pregame. It's funny you say that. The pregame is probably like the hardest part of the game, cause I don't know. It's just real tiring and just gets the best out of you and gets you warm for then the game. And the game is just you're prepared for it. So then it just makes it easier. So.
Absolutely. So, what tools do you use to kind of psych yourself before going out in that tunnel, or even when you're in that huddle?
I don't know. I just lock in. I just lock in. Just I put my music in, and I just lock in 100%. There's nobody around me that can get me out that zone. Once I get in that zone, and I stay in that zone in the huddle and through the tunnel, everything. So.
Okay. So, what's it kind of like knowing that you have this place, especially after a hard game, to kind of recover, kind of go and work out and stuff like that with?
It's amazing. Most athletes they don't take advantage of things like this. There's not many people around here like Eric, and Eric just he's great. He's great. He allows me to get the edge on people and the recovery process. If you don't recover your body, they do it in college. Everybody recovers in college, so it's an even playing field. But if you recover your body in high school, it's not very much of a even playing field, you know. So just using Eric, it just gives me an advantage and keeps my body 100% almost all the time. So I go into every game fresh, and that's what really benefits me the most with him.
Absolutely. So the training aspect of here. So what's kind of the game film and kind of watching game film on your games and stuff like that? So how does that kind of look and all that stuff here at Michigan City?
You said just watching game film. Like what do I do with it?
Yeah.
I watch my game film a lot. We got another back, Derek Coleman. So I watch his film too, when I just see certain scenarios that he gets that I could get, and that's really how I go through it. I go through every single running back play, and I'm a scenario type of guy. So I'll see a scenario 2 weeks ago, and I'll finally see it 3 weeks ahead, and I'll be like, oh, this is the same thing that happened to me 2 weeks ago, and then I just have that in my brain, and I just zigzag through the same scenario and just make the play better.
Absolutely. So what's your favorite play to go through? Do you like kind of running through the hole, or do you like running on the outside?
It really depends. Cause when I hit the hole, I usually try to get back to the outside to get up the sideline. But getting out in space, getting outside, cause I like to get out in space and use my juke moves that Eric has taught me.
Absolutely. Okay. That was my next question. Do you like the juke, or do you like the spin, or do you like when you just absolutely truck somebody like Derrick Henry?
You see, with me, I like to be the crafty type, so I feel like I can do all of it. And I usually set them up with a little stutter move, and then you can do anything from there. You can spin, you can make them hesitate and run straight through them, or you can just juke them, but I can do everything.
Absolutely. So, kind of going through the rest of your guys' games, who you have marked on your calendar?
Marked on my calendar. I got Maryville next week. I got it marked on the calendar. I got LaPorte marked on the calendar because that's a great rivalry game. But most importantly, probably whoever's in that sectional game. It's I'm looking forward to the playoffs. I'm preparing myself for the playoffs because I'm trying to make a deep run in the playoffs and try to get to state. So
Absolutely. And we talked about Valpo a little bit later. So, what are some things with your guys' team to kind of get revenge from last night's loss? And
getting in the weight room. I think we need to hit the weight room hard and just not make many mistakes. Valpo's a great team and they just don't make mistakes and they wait for us to make mistakes. So just playing more of a perfect game, it'll help us in the long run.
Okay. So we're gonna go. Let's see here. Kind of moments. What's your favorite bus ride moment?
My favorite bus ride moment, I'd probably say the bus ride back from Mishawaka. We played the regional game in Mishawaka, or was that No, that was regional game in Mishawaka. I had a great game, probably like 200 yards rushing, a few touchdowns, and I was a sophomore. And we were coming back from that game with the trophy, blasting music in the back, and it just really moraled our team and just helped us going into the next week to get to that semi-state game.
Absolutely. Okay, 200 yards. So, am I gonna see you in my fantasy team in 5 to 6 years?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
for sure. With the 200.
Yeah, I'll be the guy that's gonna help you with your fantasy team to win the league.
Okay. Cool. But going into everything, getting that 200 yards. So what was that? What are those kind of games like when you have 200 yards, 2 TDs, and kind of, since you're all-purpose back, so what are you pride yourself on when you have those big games?
To have those big games, I really pride myself on just being multidimensional, just trying to catch some passes out the backfield and run, because teams just being committed to Syracuse is like having a target on my back. So teams really try to key in on me in different ways. So just having coach put me in different scenarios and in a pass and run game, it just helps me have those bigger games because, they can't set up. They can't set up quick if we line up quick in different things with me on different parts of the field, like at running back and that slot. So
Absolutely. So here on Regan's Corner, no puns intended, our last segment, we go with the hot corner, okay? We get to know you a little bit more, ask a little bit more fun-loving questions, like, for example, what's your favorite sports movie of all time?
Movie?
Yeah.
My favorite sports movie is probably, what's that movie called? Crap. Remember the Titans. Just Remember the Titans for sure. It's just, yeah. I love the way that movie went and just how they morale. I'm just really about morale in the team and just coming together to get something and just work hard for something.
That's a good one. Okay. So what's the post-game meal?
The post-game meal is usually beat-ups. That's the main spot after a game. They're open late. It's usually beat-ups because I don't eat McDonald's, which is usually probably the only spot open. So we go to beat-ups, get some wings, probably some lemon pepper wings and some honey barbecue.
Solid. So going to Michigan City and stuff like that, what are some things that you want the underclassmen to remember you by?
A hard-working man and just really a leader. I want the underclassmen to be able to come up and lead the same way that I led my team, and just that was what the senior class before me did to make me become the leader I am today. Is just being remembered as a leader, not as just a great player, but a leader. Just help the brand, the Michigan City brand. I just want us to give the brand into great players' hands.
Absolutely. And what's it like playing in that classic kind of football stadium that's been there for years?
Man, it's a hate-love relationship for me. The walls sometimes they get me because of just being so close. Some of the walls are close. The fans are real close, so parents can just talk to you real close on the sideline. But it's just great. It's a great feeling to be in that stadium. It's just different. Like when people come play there, they love the stadium because it's different. It just wraps around you. It feels more like a college style or pro style stadium. So yeah.
Absolutely. Especially since you're going to be playing again in a bunch of nice stadiums like NC State, Notre Dame, I'm trying to think of Virginia Tech, Clemson.
Yeah.
Uh, but which ones are you kind of? I know we talked about this a little bit, but which one would your be favored with the non-third-year dome?
Probably Clemson. I've never been before, and it's just the Death Valley, and there's so much that has gone into it. You know, I grew up watching Notre Dame football play, so just the rivalry that Notre Dame has had with Clemson, and just the atmosphere, just seeing them. We gonna walk out and we gonna see them touching the rock and running out in the stadium and just getting hyped to. We'll really see the tradition, but just getting hyped to get ready to play that team.
Absolutely. So, what are some things, kind of, since you've been down there, we're up there in New York, that you've seen kind of spots and kind of things that the kid up while you're in class and stuff like that up there?
Wait, can you revisit
So,
that?
so you're a big beat ups guy. Okay, so what restaurants and stuff do you kind of look at and kind of map out?
Well, there's this barbecue spot they brought us to. I don't remember the name, but there's this barbecue spot they brought us to, and then there's a smoothie place that they brought us to. That's great, and I'll probably be there once a week or more than once a week. But mostly, I'll be in the kitchen because we have apartments. I'll be in the kitchen. I like to cook, so I'll cook a lot of my meals and stuff.
Okay. What's the go-to meal that you cook?
Go-to meal probably steak. I'm a big steak guy, so I'll probably be on the grill or something. I can cook some chicken and rice, stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay. What's your dream NIL deals?
My dream NIL deal, it'll probably have to be just like a car deal, like probably like a Mopar deal. Trying to get like a track hawk or something.
Okay. I'm trying to think of questions, to be honest with you. Because you've done an amazing job so far. Let's see here. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. What's your favorite running back that you looked up to all throughout school?
Matt Forte. I mean, I'm a big Bears fan. No matter they win or lose, it's Matt Forte. I grew up watching him. I like the way he cut, the way he moved and stuff, you know. Some people say that he would be in a better situation if he wasn't with the Bears, but I still think he was a great back for the Bears and hopefully a future Hall of Famer. So, yeah.
Absolutely. He was a stud
Yeah.
at Chicago, New York that year or two.
Yeah.
So those are pretty good. Welcome to Regan's Corner Athletes. Hopefully we do this quite a bit more.
Yes, sir.
And next year I'll send you the links for a remote broadcast. But it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, sir.
And good luck in the rest of your season.
Thank you.
And stay foggy, my friend.